In the land of ancient traditions and spiritual fervor, there once lived a Hindu mystic and poet, known for her deep devotion and love to Lord Krishna. Her name was Mirabai. One of the beloved figures in the Bhakti movement in the 16th century. The historical details about Mirabai's life are a subject of scholarly debate. Nonetheless, numerous oral accounts provide an understanding of this extraordinary Indian poet and saint. Mirabai was born in 1504 AD, into a royal family of the Rathore Rajputs in Rajasthan. The royal family were devout followers of Lord Vishnu, and Mirabai grew up immersed in a profound Krishna consciousness. Being part of a royal household, she received an education in scriptures, music, archery, fencing, horse riding, and chariot driving. She was also trained in using weapons in preparation for potential warfare. Mirabai's deep devotion to Krishna became apparent when she was only 3. A wandering sadhu visited her home and presented a doll of Krishna to her father. Her father initially hesitated to give it to her, fearing she wouldn't appreciate it. However, Mirabai had an instant connection with Lord Krishna. She refused to eat until she was given the doll. At age 4, Mirabai witnessed a wedding procession. Seeing the groom, she innocently asked her mother, "Dear mother, who will be my groom?" Her mother smiled and pointed towards the image of Sri Krishna and said, "My dear Mira, Lord Krishna will be your groom." Soon after, Mirabai's mother passed away. As Mirabai grew older, her longing to be united with Krishna intensified, and she firmly believed that Krishna was destined to be her husband. Mirabai exuded a gentle demeanor, possessed a melodious voice, and radiated extraordinary beauty. Her fame spread far and wide. The powerful king of Mewar, Rana Sangram Singh, approached to seek Mirabai's hand in marriage for his son and the crown prince, Bhojraj. Mirabai couldn't bear the thought of marriage when the thoughts of Krishna consumed her heart. However, out of respect for her grandfather, who raised her, she agreed to the marriage. Mirabai married Bhojraj in 1513, just before turning 14, and departed for Mewar with her husband. While Mirabai dutifully served her husband, she was not enticed by the luxuries of the palace. In the evenings, she dedicated her time to devotion and singing to her beloved Sri Krishna. Her new family did not appreciate her devotion to Krishna, as their family deity was Durga. Mirabai's mother-in-law insisted that she worship Durga, but Mirabai firmly refused. As a result, her family grew increasingly disapproving of her actions. The palace ladies, who were worldly-minded and jealous, developed several schemes to defame Mirabai. In 1518, Mirabai's husband was wounded in a war against the Delhi Sultanate, and he succumbed to his battle injuries in 1521. Throughout his life, he remained sympathetic to Mirabai's devotion. Soon, her father and father-in-law passed away after their defeat in battle. Mirabai's brother-in-law, Vikram Singh, ascended to the throne. Some of Mirabai's relatives saw this as an opportunity to get rid of her. They commanded her to commit sati, a practice where a widowed woman commits suicide as a result of her husband's death. However, in Mirabai's heart, her husband, Sri Krishna, had not died. According to a popular legend, Mirabai's in-laws made multiple attempts to harm her. They sent her poison disguised as nectar and a basket of flowers containing a snake. Mirabai remained unharmed in both instances. As the torment and scandals persisted, Mirabai sought guidance by sending a letter to Goswami Tulsidas, a revered poet and saint. In response, Tulsidas advised her to distance herself from those who could not comprehend her and did not worship Krishna, even if they were her closest relatives. Mirabai's saintly reputation spread far and wide. She engaged in spiritual discussions with sadhus. Her fame extended throughout northern India, and her devotional bhajans became popularly sung. According to one account, news of Mirabai's spirituality reached the ears of the mighty Mughal Emperor Akbar, who had a keen interest in various religious paths. However, the families of Akbar and Mirabai were bitter enemies. Akbar was determined to meet her. Disguised as sadhus, Akbar and his court musician Tansen journeyed to visit Mirabai. Enamored by her soulful music and singing, Akbar offered her a priceless necklace before departing. Over time, news of Akbar's visit reached Mirabai's brother-in-law, who was furious that a Muslim and their archenemy had laid eyes on Mirabai. He commanded Mirabai to drown herself in the river and never show her face again. Obediently, Mirabai proceeded to the river. But to her astonishment, she found herself floating on the water. Krishna appeared to her and instructed to leave for Vrindavan. Accompanied by a few followers, Mirabai departed for Vrindavan, where she dedicated her time to the devotion of Sri Krishna. After some time, after realizing the true saintliness of Mirabai, her repentant brother-in-law traveled to Vrindavan to request her return. Mirabai agreed. Unfortunately, her family continued to torment her and imposed restrictions on her movements, making her life as uncomfortable as possible. Seeking guidance from saints, Mirabai was advised to leave the palace and return to Vrindavan. In secret, accompanied by a small group of followers, Mirabai managed to slip out of the palace and escape to Vrindavan. She resided there for 5 years before eventually making her way to Dwaraka, where she settled permanently. Much of our understanding of Mirabai's life comes from her poetry. Her poems beautifully articulate her yearning and quest for union with Krishna. Her verses encompass the anguish of separation and the bliss of divine communion. Her devotional poems were sung as bhajans, many are still sung. According to legend, Mirabai attained union with the divine, when she merged into the idol of Lord Krishna in 1546 AD.